All right, we want to get back to our election coverage right now. Virginia swings blue. Democrats take the governor's office, the lieutenant governor's office, and the attorney general seats. Simone D'Alba is here now with the updates on that. Good morning, Simone.
We sent a message to every corner of the Commonwealth.
I know that I walk in the footsteps of those generations before me who fought and bled to guarantee the freedoms that we have in this democracy right now.
I decided to run for public office because no one in this country should be made to feel as though they are not welcome in their neighborhoods or in their own communities.
Every single one of these projected winners have made history, of course, in the Commonwealth. It has been such a big election night. We're trying to break down some of the polling, some of the numbers. Joining me now to take a closer look at the results, we have Rebecca Bromiley-Trujillo, an associate professor at Christopher Newport University and a research director of the Wasson Center for Civic Leadership. Rebecca, good to have you with us this morning. Good morning to you.
Thank you so much. Good morning to you.
Let's begin with the top of the ticket, because we consistently saw Abigail Spanberger polling quite a bit higher than Winsome Earl-Sears. So when you saw that she ended up winning the gubernatorial race, you know, some of your numbers were also reflecting that. Can you go ahead and bring me into some of the research and the polls that you saw at the top of the ticket?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So in the last 3 months, we've really seen Spanberger leading Earl-Sears anywhere from 7 to 12 points. Obviously, it looks like she's going to win by as much as 14 or even close to 15. We'll see how those final numbers shake out. So she did overperform relative to the polls. In our own polling, essentially, we have the Republican numbers precisely right. Every single one of those is almost exactly what the outcome was. It was those undecideds that ended up breaking for Democrats in those last days of the election season.
I wanted to talk about some of the down ballot races. So, you know, Lieutenant Governor, Attorney General. Let's go to Attorney General, because that one specifically, you know, Jay Jones, Jason Miyares, they were really neck and neck. I feel like it wasn't really clear who was going to take that just from the polling. But what did you make of the election results last night, just from the research you saw beforehand?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, Jones was either slightly trailing or slightly ahead of Miyares in the final days of polling. And I really think that was reflecting feelings about the scandal, and a lot of folks still kind of wavering at the end. 8% were still undecided 12 days ahead of the election. And there were certainly a lot of folks bringing up the tech scandal, indicating they heard a lot about it. But in the end, there's not a lot of split ticket voting, especially in state politics in 2025. And so for a lot of folks, they're thinking about their party, they're thinking about Trump, and they're thinking, well, we may not like what Jones has said, but they're comparing it to the other side and feeling a certain way about that. And so this is what we call in political science negative partisanship. You're reacting to the other side and sort of going with your gut in the end.
The other thing, lastly, before we have to let you go, some of your polling you guys looked into were like top of mind issues for Virginia voters, including inflation, cost of living, threats to democracy, education, immigration, crime, things like that. How much do you think, is there a category that really drove voters out this year, in your opinion, and based off of your research?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of, you know, feelings about things being not affordable. And so that's really top of mind for individuals. So inflation. But also, this is really a reaction to Trump. And so I'd say mostly what these elections are saying is that people are not happy with the status quo in Washington, and state races are heavily nationalized. And so this is really a repudiation of Trump and the current Republican Party.
All right, Rebecca Bromiley-Trujillo, associate professor at Christopher Newport University and a polling expert. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate the conversation, and we'll be checking in with you throughout the morning. Wisdom, we're going to send it back to you in the studio.